Most people go through life simply reacting, as if reality shows up first, and the mind only follows afterward. But modern neuroscience is beginning to confirm what ancient mystics have been saying for ages. The brain is a prediction engine. Quantum jumping isn't just theory, it's a genuine phenomenon. In live brain scans, scientists notice something astonishing. The mind actually creates a preview of the future before the eyes even process it. Put simply, the brain doesn't just passively view reality. It projects what's coming next, like a time simulator or a mental blueprint engine that quietly builds reality ahead of you. And in one experiment, participants' brains actually anticipated changes in their environment before. They even happened as if the mind was already there watching it unfold. These findings suggest that time, at least in the brain, is not strictly linear. So, what does that mean for you? It means you don't have to wait for your dream life to show up. You can quantum jump into it by embodying the identity that already lives there, because your mind doesn't wait for proof. It actually creates it. And the moment you let go of your old identity, reality has no choice but to reorganize around the new one. Even when you're not paying attention, your subconscious mind is already living seconds ahead of reality, like it knows what's coming. In fact, our minds are constantly ahead of us and already in our future. So, if the mind can see the future before it happens, why not show it exactly the future you want? In this video, I'm going to walk you through a powerful quantum jumping method to shift you into your chosen reality. You'll learn how to let go of the identity that's holding your current life in place, how to align with the version of you who already has what you want, and how to activate a mental process that tells your subconscious mind, "This is where we live now. I'll wait while you deliver that to me." Once you do this, the 3D world has no choice but to catch up. So let's begin. Before we go into the experience, let's talk about the science of quantum jumping, because what I'm about to walk you through is more than just hocus-pocus wishful thinking. In fact, it's backed by neuroscience. Your brain does not just observe reality. It can predict it too. In one study published in Life, participants watched film clips while researchers scanned their brains in real time. And what they found was stunning. Brain regions started activating up to 15 seconds before key events actually happened. And even when the participants weren't paying attention, their brain stayed active, quietly predicting movement, danger, or reward in the background. It's as if the mind is always slightly ahead, always running silent simulations and forecasting what's coming next. This backs something called predictive coding, a foundational theory in neuroscience. It says that your brain is constantly running simulations, forecasting the future based on what it expects to happen next. And here's the twist. The most accurate predictions didn't happen when people were focused. They happened when their subconscious minds were just running in the background. That means your mind is already simulating outcomes all day long. And it doesn't need your conscious permission to do it. And we actually see this in high-performance moments all the time. Athletes, musicians, and elite performers move with precision that seems impossible, responding to things that they haven't consciously processed yet. The reason? Because their brains are simulating what's about to happen and adjusting their behavior in real time. The same way a tennis player returns a serve they shouldn't have seen, or a musician hits the perfect note without thinking. But this isn't limited to just sports or stage. You've actually probably experienced this yourself. Like when you suddenly get a gut feeling to take a different route only to later find out that there was an accident where you would have been. Or when you think of someone you haven't seen in years and they text you out of the blue. Or you clearly remember a conversation, a color, a detail, and someone swears it never happened that way. Or the strangest one when you look around one day and something about your world just feels slightly off. Not wrong, but just a bit different. Like you woke up in a version of life that isn't quite the one you remember, but somehow it fits. These moments are not random. They're micro shifts, moments where your subconscious mind retuned to a different version of reality and your conscious mind is just catching up. They're evidence of how fluid your reality actually is. They let you know that your subconscious mind is already making micro adjustments, quietly shifting the path beneath your feet. So you're not imagining it. You're actually jumping timelines all of the time, probably without even realizing it. But now we're going to do it on purpose. We're going to teach your mind to direct it in a very deliberate manner. So ask yourself this. What if you could hand your subconscious mind a new simulation, one that matches the life that you actually want, and have it begin reorganizing your thoughts, emotions, and perceptions to align with that version of reality? What if your brain didn't just hope, but actually believed? And what if that belief was strong enough to make your external world shift to match it? This type of shift is not about effort. It's about your identity because your brain isn't responding to your desires. It's responding to your self-image. I've said this many times before on this channel, but I'll say it again. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you believe you are. Your subconscious mind takes orders not from your vision board, but from your internal blueprint. So if you're still identifying as the version of you who's waiting, doubting, or hoping, then that's the version that your brain will continue projecting forward and creating as your physical experience. But when you change your internal signal, when you embody the version of you who already lives it and do that on a dominant level, your reality begins to reorganize around that new identity. Because your identity carries a very specific energetic code, and energy always attracts its match. And that's exactly what we're going to do here in this experience. You're going to hand your subconscious mind a new simulation with just the use of your conscious intent. You'll align with the version of you who already lives the life that you desire. And you'll make that version of you familiar, so undeniable that your subconscious mind accepts it as the new default. So, if you're ready, find a quiet place so we can upgrade the signal in your mind, and let's begin. Sit back or lie down and gently close your eyes. Begin to breathe slowly and deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. And just allow the noise of the outside world fade away. And in your mind's eye, I want you to envision yourself standing in a quiet terminal. Not exactly an airport terminal or a subway terminal, but something different. This is a timeline transit hub, a dimensional crossing point between versions of your life. And you may notice how the space around you is vast and quiet, maybe even glowing with a soft ambient light. And you might notice the floor beneath your feet humming with a gentle frequency, indicating your power and your potential, like it's holding the charge of every choice that you ever made and every possibility still waiting to unfold. Along the walls, you might even see faint portals shimmering like open doorways made of momentum and memory, each one pulsing with a different frequency, a different version of you already in motion. And in front of you, I want you to notice a glass-walled tram car resting silently on a glowing track. Its surface is smooth and curved, catching reflections of the portal lights as they shimmer across its panels. The doors are closed, but there's a soft pulse of light at their edges, like the tram is waiting, sensing your arrival, ready to carry you to the version of you that already lives the life that you've been imagining. And just get that image in your mind's eye now. And maybe now you can see how this tram car is opening its doors for you, inviting you in. Doors opening. And you may enter now if you'd like. And as you do, perhaps see the plush padded seat waiting there just for you. Just step inside and sit down and feel how comfortable this seat is. The material's soft and supportive, perfectly contoured like it was made just for you. And as you settle in, you might notice the quiet warmth of the seat beneath you, grounding you, steadying you as the doors begin to close. Doors closing. And now the tram begins to move forward, effortlessly, smoothly, instinctively, like it knows exactly where you're going and how to take you there. You might even feel a gentle vibration under your seat as the track comes to life, and a soft whirring sound building around you. Rhythmic, almost hypnotic, as the track lights up ahead, one segment at a time, guiding your path. And through the clear glass walls, you may notice how the station fades behind you and how something new is beginning to emerge. As you ride, you pass through arches of light, space-like portals, each one flickering with motion and color. And in each arch, it's possible that you even glimpse a different version of your life. One may show a version of you who stayed small. One might show the you who kept waiting. One could even show a version with more, but still not quite right. It's possible that you see moments you could have lived, choices you almost made, and even futures that still wait to be claimed. With each pass, the air subtly shifts like you're moving through invisible layers of time. Each one a little lighter, a little clearer, a little more you. And then you may notice how one portal emerges that pulls you. You can see a glimpse of yourself fully alive. Confident, free, abundant, in love, in purpose, living the exact life that you've imagined. And with just the thought that this is the one, your tram begins to slow down. Maybe you can hear a soft chime sounding overhead, signaling that you've arrived at your destination. And the tram door is open now. Doors open. And you may step out into this timeline. Music. And as you do, perhaps you can notice how the ear feels a little different here. And how your posture has already shifted. Maybe even how your breath is deeper and feels cleaner. In this reality, everything you have dreamed of is in its place. It might even feel like your home frequency. Like the one you've always felt deep within. You. But this time, the world you have just entered is in total alignment with that. And if you'd like from this space, take a moment to look down at your hands. And notice the texture, the subtle energy pulsing beneath the skin. Maybe there's a soft glow like a signature, like your identity imprint in this new timeline. Feel the weight of your body here, the solidity of presence. And maybe you can even recognize how your subconscious mind knows that this version of you is home, that these are your hands in the life that you've chosen, that you're in the body that carries your power, a living imprint of the version of you who thrives here, fully expressed, fully aligned, and fully received by this life. And now take a look around you. This is your new timeline, your new home frequency. And notice where you live, what you see, and how people respond to you. And I want you to see the opportunities that arrive effortlessly, and how your body moves with ease and certainty. And feel the clarity in your decisions from this space. Tap into the love, the abundance, the purpose. Feel it all like it's already yours because it is. It's already active, already alive, and it's already you. In this timeline, this identity is natural. It's the standard. So now speak to your subconscious mind. Not like a request, but like a directive encoded in certainty. You may say to yourself, I now anchor this identity across all timelines, all dimensions, and all layers of my being. And just let those words echo inward. Let them fuse with the signal that you now broadcast. And then let the signal ripple out forward and backward in time. Let every cell memorize it. Let every version of you in every dimension receive it. And everything else will rearrange to meet you here effortlessly. And now when you're ready, you may begin to bring your awareness back to your body, awakening into a reality that has already shifted, into a new timeline where you will begin to see these new reflections take form all around you as confirmation, as alignment, as undeniable truth, where you will begin to see these new realities respond to your presence. Because now your signal has changed and reality must follow. Feel the surface beneath you, the air on your skin, the rhythm of your breath in this new space. All versions of you, all paths you've ever walked have converged to place you right here, fully aligned with the life that's been calling you, rising inside the future that you chose. And you may gently open your eyes now and let the world show you who you've become. And if you'd like to further solidify this shift in your subconscious mind, you may do so by typing I have arrived in the comments. Also, if you'd like me to create a longer sleep-friendly hypnosis version of this quantum jumping activation to deeply impress your subconscious mind, just let me know in the comments. And if enough of you want that, I'll create it. And remember this, you don't have to chase the life that you want. You can. Simply quantum jump into the identity that already lives it and then just watch it unfold around you.